We're back. We'll be taking your calls today, so pick up that phone and dial 800-635-2673. You know, winter squash is so healthy for you. That's why I had so much fun putting together that recipe. And we've got a little nutrient spotlight that we're going to bring you today on the health benefits of winter squash as a whole family.
You know, first I want to compliment you on your presentation. It's beautiful, folks.
Thank you.
And please try that recipe. I know it'll become a favorite in your family,
will.
just as it is in ours.
Well,
I
you know,
so look forward to having it.
And it's good
delicious.
for holidays.
Very good for you.
As well.
Yes.
I mean, any occasion.
One of our super veggies.
Right, and you love that as well.
I do. The natural history of the winter squash is such that it comes from Central America. Okay,
really?
The regions of Mexico and Guatemala, that area. Christopher Columbus was the first European to discover the squash, and he, of course, took it back to Europe with him, and it became all the rage. Today, China, Japan, Italy, and Egypt lead the world in the production of winter squash. Central America no longer does. Those other countries, it's caught on. The winter squash, is a member of the family of plants called Cucurbitaceae. Cucurbitaceae, the same family that the cucumber and the melon is in. And you can see there's a resemblance there.
Especially in the rind.
Yes, absolutely.
And as how summer squash, like your zucchinis and your crookneck yellow squashes, you can eat the skin. In fact, they're very, very tender and delicate. Where these squashes have a very thicker, dense,
waxier
and you don't eat the skin.
But
in fact,
protects
these
the squash for such a long period of time.
But you know, summer squashes you can actually eat raw. And they're good.
Yes, of course, zucchini on your salad.
But these you have to cook
a little
first.
tough to eat raw.
Right.
Okay. Well, we have all kinds. I know you did it in your presentation, but many of these squash are unfamiliar to us. Could you run through them again?
To a lot of people. Well, of course, let's see. Let's start closer to the viewers out there. The bright yellow is spaghetti squash.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
you can bake it. It's good in casseroles. And when you bake it, you would cut it in half like you saw me do and put it face down, bake it. And you take a fork and you just kind of scrape it in it, and the flesh will come out in long strands, hence the name spaghetti squash. Then we go into, let's see, this is butternut squash.
Oh,
I did a butternut squash bisque earlier on the show.
Yes, it's delicious.
Very, very healthy. In fact, this probably is the most commonly used of all the squash varieties here. And it is very tough, but if you have a really good quality peeling device, you can peel it pretty good.
And of course, your acorn squash.
Right, and these are actually acorn. This is a Colorado acorn. Did you know that?
So there are different varieties of acorn even. I guess quite a potpourri of squash.
And they all have the health benefits we talked about.
Let's see, they're coyote squash, they're cabacho squash, Colorado squash. There are just so many of them. Open your horizons. They're just tremendous, these squash. You know, some of the health benefits, the nutrient content of squash is amazing. Did you know that this group of plants contains manganese, folate? Did you know that this is a significant source of omega-3 fatty acids? Yeah, omega-3 fatty acids, copper, all your B vitamins, B1, 6, 3, 5, all of them. And they're cholesterol-free and very low in calories, rich in fiber. The vitamin A content of the squash helps to protect from secondhand smoke damage. You know, the world's a polluted place, not just cigarette smoke, but the vitamin A helps with that. The beta-carotene, a Hubbard or butternut squash contains 150% of your daily allotment of beta-carotene. It's tremendous. A study in China showed that you can lower your risk of lung cancer by 27% by eating squash on a regular basis. Isn't that tremendous?
Wow.
Promotes prostate health. We all know about pumpkin seeds, how they help with prostate health. Pumpkin is part of that winter squash. Okay?
That's right.
Blood pressure, the potassium content helps keep your pressure down. Fiber, vitamin C, folate, boy, it goes on and on. It's just tremendous, the advantages of this squash.
And they're easy to cook.
They're easy. Well, you showed us today. Folks, winter squash are among nature's superfoods. They stay fresh for long periods of time, providing many opportunities to enjoy their delicious flesh. It's just tremendous. Squash is rich in many essential nutrients, including your omega-3s. The time is right. This time of year, it's a perfect time to enjoy them. So get on. Now, what's the website again so people can get that?
It's healthycookingwithcindy.com.
healthycookingwithcindy.com.
Right.
You know, a lot of folks are going to that to get these recipes.
All right, there you go.
Folks, when we return after these messages, we'll be taking your calls right here on Your Health.